have missed that intro music. Welcome back to the Sevi Smalls Show, second major of the year, talking golf today. Joining me is Sam Wagman. How's it going, Sam?
Doing well. Was working on all of my PGA Championship content and managed to lose every single bit of it earlier today. So I have now pissed my editor off. I have pissed myself off. And that's exactly how my day is going. So things are going great.
We seem to do this a lot, though, if we're going to be honest. Like, it might be a fatal flaw of yours. Like, we have to work on how we save our documents.
Well, thanks for outing me to betting pros. I appreciate that very much.
No. Hopefully they're not watching. But we'll jump in. We'll ignore your faults here. PGA Championship at Valhalla. Congrats are in order for, the two guys leading this field at the top of the board. You've got the favorite Scotty Scheffler sitting at plus 450. He is back. Congratulations to Scotty and Meredith. A lot of secrecy going on. I don't really know why it took so long for the news to come out that the baby was born, but baby Bennett was born. He's off a 3-week break. Don't really give a shit because it is Scotty, and I don't think he would be here if he couldn't play. And then, of course, news that broke today, sitting right behind him at plus 750, who just won last weekend, is Rory. Congratulations on the divorce, my guy. So these two guys, congratulations, are in order for the top of the board.
Isn't it funny how we lambasted golf media yesterday because nobody reported on the baby, and as soon as TMZ comes out with news that Rory is getting divorced, it's like, oh my god.
Well, where was TMZ when we needed to know that Scotty's baby was born? That's what I
exactly.
Where were
I wonder if this was on. This couldn't have been on Rory's mind at all. You think he's just in true fuck it mode right now? And just truly, his marriage is literally a ball of fire right now. And he's just been playing electric lights out golf the last 2 weeks. Those can't be coincidences, right?
I don't know. Is it? And I know, Ryan, I asked you to screenshot or whatever, get what are they called? I can't even think of it. Overlay.
There it is.
Or yes.
Thanks for blocking out my face there.
And I'm gonna have to get real close here. So Rory, if everyone doesn't know, checking back on my notes, he hasn't won a major in 10 years. Last time
Valhalla.
Yes.
Here.
He broke up with this woman, Caroline, 3 days after sending their wedding invites out. Then he went on a ripper. He went on to win the British Open. He won Bridgestone. He won PGA Championship. And then he did file for divorce. You know what? This is, who is this? Kenny said, what happens next? I think I disagree with Kenny here. Are you betting on Rory this week?
I don't know. First of all, I'd like to say put some respect on Caroline Wozniacki's name.
Okay. I'm not going to attempt to butcher it.
That's a legend. That's a legend. That's a legendary tennis player.
Okay. Well, that's
legendary tennis player right there. Yeah. Anyways, I do not buy this for a second. We've seen Rory at majors. There is this woman, Caroline. Jay makes a good point. We've seen Rory at majors the last 10 years. There is just no correlation that can end with him winning, no matter how good of a run that this man is on in golf right now. I saw someone say, we know, there's a distinct difference between PGA tournament Rory and major championship Rory. Major championship Rory turns into the equivalent of Siwoo Kim when he plays majors, just does not win at all. So I'm not in on Rory, especially not at that price.
Honestly, first of all, respect to Caroline. I read that way too fast and totally forgot that they dated. So that's on me. I'm still out on Rory, though. I think that there is a reason why. Do you think that Rory was like, how do I get back to the winning circle? Let me divorce my wife.
Let me just blow up my marriage. Yeah. Let me just blow up my marriage real quick.
And we don't know. Maybe that is what's going on. I'm in the camp where I won't be betting Rory. I know it's a little biased because if you watch the show, I'm not a Rory fan. I don't bet Rory on a normal basis. But the divorce angle is definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting.
I personally think Rory is either going to win this tournament or miss the cut. I don't think there's any in between.
That's interesting. I don't think I disagree with you. I'm kind of just staying away from him in general. You're never going to catch me betting him outright. So it is what it is. Before we get into our smash or passes, another contest going on Splash Sports. paid out a lot of money for the Masters. So hopefully going to fill that up again. I think the top winner paid out top 3, won $549. That's easy money right there. You guys can find that in the description. I've been posting it. It'll be pinned in on my Twitter page. And you can always DM me if you're looking for it. Let's get right into the Smasher passes. Speaking of a guy that I don't know what it is. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't bet on him. So we'll see if you are in on him. Smasher pass, Colin Morikawa, top 20 plus 130. And I did find a better number if you go on Bet Rivers. They have a plus 138. But go ahead.
Ah, interesting. Well, look, we've all seen me over the last month and a half or so, worm my way back in from being completely on your side, not ever wanting to bet Colin Morikawa ever again. Had him on my no bet list, and kind of just been like this the last month. He has wormed his way back into my good graces, courtesy of top 20 finishes in 3 of his last 4 events. Obviously, the only one that he finished outside of the top 20 on was the Zurich Classic. That doesn't count. So Morikawa is coming off some really good golf. He fired his coach. He's working with a new swing coach at this point. No more Mark Blackburn. He's still not consistently gaining on approach, but he's one of the better iron players still and one of the better long iron players to boot. And he's gained off the tee in 8 straight tournaments now. So I'm really starting to think that Morikawa kind of just shows up for these majors. Remember, played well at the Masters as well. So he knows what it takes to win a major championship. And that's a lot. That's a big difference from a lot of people kind of in that same price range. If we go look at those top 20 odds right now, you have Max Homa, only 2 top 10s in his career. Bryson DeChambeau hasn't seriously contended at a major since the Masters, but he fell apart after Thursday. Neiman hasn't ever contended in a major seriously. Patrick Cantlay has never contended and will never contend in a major seriously. So those are all the guys that are right after him, and I would just rather have Morikawa over all those guys. You're getting him at plus odds to sneak into the top 20 here. I think this is not exactly the perfect course fit for him, but he's a great par 4 player still. He's passable on the par 5s, and he's 4th in strokes gained total on Jack Nicklaus courses over his last 24 rounds. So I'm in on Morikawa. I'm not sure he's going to end up on the outright card. I don't think he will, but this placement is an easy smash play for me.
Yeah, I'm just going to pass because I'm just not a Kawa girly. But I get the number. I think it's attractive. I understand why. I think the only knock that I can have is when you look at his, those approach shots from 175 to 200, he's losing strokes there. And I think that can come back and bite him in the butt.
Could.
I'm just not a Kawa girly, and I don't think that that's going to change anytime soon. I get the number. I don't think it's
I've tried to change your mind.
20, so you're not asking for a lot. He is playing better golf. I get it. So you're a smash on that. I'm a pass on that. This one is going to be Alex Noren, smash or pass, top
kill me now.
30 plus 180.
I mean, you're not a Kawa girly. I can't stand Alex Noren for whatever reason it is. I don't know. I don't have a reason. The guy's playing decent golf right now. He chokes. He choked on Sunday, and he choked away a top 20 that he should have had in the bag. I know.
Top 30 is all we're asking for here.
Overrated.
I'm smashing the fuck out of this. I'm smashing it so hard that I'm considering even taking top Nordic. I know, and I told you.
Sorry. I just spit out my drink
guy.
A little bit.
Listen, his last 7 starts. His worst was last week, T24. Look at these: T24, 3, T23, T14, T11, T19, T9. He's just playing good golf.
What's he playing? The bottom level PGA Tour events there?
Oh my God. No, not even. He's playing much better than you are giving him credit for. You look at strokes gained total. He's top 5 on tour this season. He's sitting right behind Scotty, Xander, Rory, Clark, and ahead of Aberg, Thigala, Decky, all these guys that everyone is betting on very highly. He's
The
getting
guy's
over.
made one cut. The guy's made one cut in his last 9
Oh my
majors.
God, top 30. I'm not asking for much.
He has to make the cut to get top 30, Steph.
What do you mean he hasn't made the cut?
He has to make the cut first to get top
What
30.
are you looking
He
at? What are
hasn't
you looking
made.
at cut-wise that you think he hasn't made the cut?
He hasn't made the cut in either of his last 2 PGAs. He has made the cut in
Oh,
one
I
of
don't.
his last 7
We're looking at
majors
recent
total.
form, my dear. His knock is definitely his birdie average, and he's not the longest off the tee. But again, like I'm not asking for a lot with the top 30, top 40, even plus 110. He ranks third in bogey avoidance and scoring average. Like I think there is stuff to like here. You look at his scrambling. Like I think there is something to like on this course with Alex Noren. I'm not asking you to bet him outright.
Okay, all right.
All right,
Pass.
you don't have to like it. Fine,
Pass.
we'll move on here. We're not getting along very well.
Respect my opinion.
Yeah. Smasher pass, Addy Daddy, aka Bryson, outright 23-1. Right before I saw 28-1. Where are you at with Bryson?
Yeah, so I mean, literally, Bryson is like, I don't know. New Bryson is just so much more likable. Do you follow Bryson's Snapchat at all? Like
Who
the guy,
fucking golfers on Snapchat.
wait, this guy, he's an ass. He's like reminds me of how I was when I was like 17.
This is like a red flag. Well, yeah, he's still.
He
like,
loves it. He loves it. I love seeing like Bryson taking pictures of this hotel. He's like, look how big this hotel room is. It's
okay,
just
but
all
don't
the
we love
vibes
that?
are there.
I'm
All the
kinda liking
vibes are
him.
there. All the vibes are there for Bryson. Like he's playing some good golf. Not great after the Masters. He's coming off a T26 and T27 in his last 2 live events. But that Masters, I don't know. The Masters tournament, like he definitely just like completely fell off a cliff after shooting the first round lead -7 on Thursday at Augusta. But still finished in 6th place. Had a run of top 10s before that as well. He can overpower this golf course. That's his thing, right? Like he's gonna hit his driver 360. He's gonna swagger up there. He's gonna have like a set like an 8-iron into every par 5 because you got gettable par 5s here. He's solid with Nicklaus courses. He won at Muirfield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure he has the temperament to win a major with this golf field. This is going to be a little bit of a different PGA championship than we're used to seeing. It's not going to be as low scoring. Valhalla, the last time Valhalla was played, the winning score was 16 under from Rory that he won in the playoff there. This might play a little bit lower. We're supposed to see some inclement weather early in the week that could definitely soften up the golf course. And these fairways are now zoysia grass. This ball is going to bounce even further. These long guys are really going to be able to get down there. I'm not exactly sure that I believe Bryson has the temperament to win another major currently at this stage after what I saw at Augusta. And for that reason, at 23-1, I'm out. I would like to be there. I would like it to be at a better number. If you have a 40, 50-1, I'm all in on it, but it's a pass the number play for me.
I think I would do it at 30-1. My rhythm model, if you guys haven't checked that out, this AI is actually crushing it. Fantastic. Top 20, Bryson plus 138. Really like that.
Yep.
My rhythm model also very much likes that. If you're feeling very spicy,
I think my rhythm model also had that. I haven't taken a good look at it in the last couple days, but
it was like close to 30% there. So I think if you look at
he is there for
alone,
me as well.
like, he has the distance advantage. And I like Bryson for that reason. I'm telling a quick story very fast, and then I'll move on quickly. I went to go see Liv at Chicago, and Bryson was walking by signing things, and I had nothing for him to sign. And this was at the end of the day, and I took my hat off like a sweaty, nasty beast, and he signed my hat. I should have worn it, but I looked disgusting.
Yeah.
Like
why didn't you wear the hat on this show? Like,
I know I should have. Well, Kaya took a bite out of it. Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah, it's not really a good sign, honestly. All right, moving on here. A guy that's very popular this week, Smasher Pass, Benny on top 20 plus 220.
So this is interesting for me. I do like Benny on more than a lot of other guys. He's just been playing some truly like inspired golf the last several weeks. What did you say the number was? Plus 220?
Yes.
It's an interesting play. I like the number. I don't know. Like, I'm not so sure that I can get there with these guys that have like not shown any like exact win equity and getting up the leaderboard at these majors before. Did play well at the Masters, T16 there, gained everywhere except for putting.
Now. Can you hear me?
Am I okay? Yeah, I can hear you. You're just a little frozen. But I do think Benny On is going to be absolutely fine for this. I would take the plus 220 number.
All right, getting into a guy who's very popular this week, Benny On, top 20 plus 220.
Yeah, I don't mind the number on this one. It's definitely, small sample size that we've seen from him, but he's definitely been one of the better players on tour this season. Obviously finished T16 at the Masters, 2 top 4 finishes in his last 2 events. Obviously, the Wells Fargo is the big one there, finishing solo third. Really, really good play with the putter. I don't know if the putter is just carrying him or what, but he's looked really good.
Figure it out. Yeah. And then, you look at his over the last 24 rounds, he's number 1 in driving distance. And I think that alone on a guy like Benny On, like even you look at the last 36, top 20 in total driving, strokes gained off the tee, and then of course the distance as well. Like, I think that's enough for me to get there and smash the top 20.
Yeah, I think at this number, you're probably getting some nice value there as well. I would probably be a little bit more hesitant and safe going with a top 30 plus 110 there, but I do like the top 20 play.
All right, so I'm smashing. Are you passing, or are you gonna?
I'll smash.
You'll smash. Yeah. We finally agree on something there. Next one up, and I texted you about this. I don't see the debutante numbers still up right now. I'm not sure what that is. We did see a 9-1 at some point, so maybe that's still there. I saw a 10-1 at some books. We'll go Theegala, smash or pass, top 20 plus 250.
Yeah, this is a smash for me. My rhythm model absolutely loves Theegala this week. Top 10 plus 500 is one of my model's favorite bets. I will probably end up on that as well. I had a future on him, 66-1 to win this event that I took a few weeks ago. He's now down, I believe, to 50, but I'm all the way in on Theegala. Like his skill set sets up so perfectly for this golf course. He's turned his unstable driver into a weapon. Most people, they're going to search over the last couple of years, they're going to see Theegala's outside the top 100 in strokes gained off the tee. But this year, he has been an absolute weapon off the tee. His approach game is incredibly good. And I do think he's getting to that point where he is ready to contend in major titles. I think he's absolutely right there. He's gained off the tee in his last 8 events, 10 out of his last 11. So I'm all the way there with Theegala here. Like he's on good form, second at the RBC Heritage. He's finished well in all of the signature events this year. So with Ludwig ailing from his knee, potentially, if we stick in the debutante market, this is a very nice leverage play number on Theegala there. And top 20 plus 250, you're getting extreme value. I think this should be like plus 150.
Yeah, I am with you. My rhythm also loved that. My rhythm model loved it as well. He's going to need to like clean up the around the green type stuff. Like I start to get nervous when we talk about scrambling, but again, you talk about these kind of harder courses, and he's kind of proven that he can get creative and compete here. You look at his putting too on bent grass, and there's a lot to like here. I think also that proximity from 200 plus yards, like he just kind of has a game where if he puts everything together, which I know everyone can say that, but top 20 plus 250 is just such a good number. So I'm smashing that.
One thing I'm looking at, and something that I noticed, is that we've had a lot of tight runoffs around the green in recent tournaments, which has coincided with his around the green numbers not terrific. But if we go back to the Arnold Palmer, Bay Hill's got a lot of lush rough around surrounding the greens. And I truly think that that's the type of around the green play that you want when you're backing backing Thigala. It's a lot easier to chip and scramble from that lush rough that's very heavy around the greens than it is to chip from those tight runoffs. So I'm perfectly in on Thigala. I'm not too worried about the around the green numbers here. So give me him all day. Smash.
Yeah.
This might be one of my favorite bets.
Yeah, I like this as well. And you can also play it safe if you want. Like, I like that top 30 number at plus 130. Like, I would be surprised if he doesn't come within the top 30. The last one here, again, people are going to listen to tons of shows, so I tried to add some names that you're not really hearing. Smash or Pass, Denny McCarthy, top 40, plus 125. Sounds like a death wish, but you look at what he does on bent grass, and his off the tee is bad. And I know that that's what is going to steer everyone away, but you look at everything else, and I think it's enough to get him over the hump. And I think top 40 is really not enough, like not bad for a guy that's playing pretty good golf.
Yeah, I'm with it. Denny has definitely looked a little bit better over this past month than he did to start the year. I think a lot of people figured that Denny would have a really good 2024 after he closed 2023 really well. The putting's always going to be there with him no matter what surface. He's probably the second or first best putter on tour, depending on who you look at. His around the green's really good. The approach and off the tee numbers are what get people with him. But he does have the Nicklaus course connection, finished second at the Memorial to Victor Hovland last year. I do think that is, a very good omen for him. I like the fact that he's kind of starting to look like he's finding his rhythm again a little bit more, coming in here. And I do like the top 40 number.
Yeah, I like it a lot, honestly. And again, first time I bet him, I feel like it does not go well. But even last week, it was T6. Like you said, the history is there. It feels like a death wish, but top 40 plus 125, it's just, you're not really asking for him to do that much, even if off the tee doesn't end up being that great. You mentioned Rhythm. Speaking of Rhythm, if you have not checked them out, Sam and I have both been using the app. Fantastic. You can build your own model, use their model. It's AI backed. Very good stuff. Let's get into our quad Ds before we get out of here. Your done bet.
My done bet is Jon Rahm to win this tournament.
Don't hate it. Okay.
So, you guys will see this on my Betting Pros article when it eventually comes out tomorrow. Again, apologies, Pat, for being extremely, extremely late. It was supposed to be in 4 hours ago. It is still not done yet. Please don't kill me or fire me. But
it'll get out.
Jon Rahm, 6 months ago, was the best player on the planet. Like that, this is not a difficult situation here. Rahm should have arguably won Player of the Year over Scotty. There was definitely enough, argument to be made there. Come on, the guy won 5 times. Won the Masters, dominated the Masters. Sorry. Dominated the Masters there, and really just is playing some not elite golf, but hasn't finished any of his live events outside of the top 10. I know that's not that difficult when half the field is near their retirement ages, but I just really love Rahm for this Valhalla course. I've kind of been circling him for this course for almost a year now. 7,600 yards just shapes up well for that beautiful power fade for him. He's one of the better bent grass putters that are coming over from the Live Tour. I don't think many people really take that into account. And also, Rahm plays Nicklaus courses extremely well.
Yeah.
We have wins at Muirfield, Olympia Fields, Torrey Pines. This is the perfect course fit for Rahm. He's not going to have that much trouble, getting around this place here. And I do think he's running under the radar after his pretty poor showing at the Masters. I think it was fair to assume that, for Rahm hosting the Champions Dinner, doing all that political stuff that the defending champion has to do, and kind of just knowing that you are the defending champion, take some of the luster off of really defending your title that well. So I'm kind of excusing his play at the Masters there. Looked like, down the stretch over the weekend, he was kind of a little bit better. So I'm with Rahm here. He's not only my one and done play, he also is part of my dad bet play. So we'll get there when we talk about that.
Awesome. For my done, and I've been trying to do this every week where I don't go back to the same guy. I think Scotty's winning this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised by any means. I think it's easy to kind of write him off because he just had a kid. That's fine. I think we're going to see him continue to go on this terror that he has been on. For my done, I'm going to use a guy that I actually haven't used in mine yet either. And it's Max Homa. He didn't rate out amazing for me. But, he gained last week, had a fantastic week. Finally, that putter looks nice. Off the tee, obviously, would be my concern, but we've seen him gain off the tee this season. It's not that he cannot do it. He very much can. He just needs to not bleed strokes off the tee. You look at half of his wins on tour have come from these longer, kind of tough courses. And he tied for third at the Masters. He's proven he can kind of play under the bright lights. We've seen he kind of got that monkey off his back where, he doesn't perform when he gets to the majors. Right. He's done that these last two performances. So I like Homa here for my one and done. I like that not as many people are on him. I like that, he gained several strokes last week on you name the category. So I'm going to go with Max Homa.
I have Homa. I've had a future on Max Homa since last July.
Oh, very nice.
I got it at 40. I got it at 40 to 1. It's obviously flipped around since then a little bit. He's down to 35 to 1. Now I'm kind of surprised his number dropped following last week's performance. I saw him as low as 25 to 1 on some books sometime last week when I was looking. So I'm a little surprised that dropped like that. I think that's very indicative that nobody is on him. At least nobody sharp is on him, which could make this even sweeter if we're able to pull out, a win here with him. So I'm in with you there. I really like everything that we've seen from Homa. This is his kind of golf course. It works out really well for him. He's absolutely electric from long range. So give me Homa. Yeah.
And the super sharps haven't really been doing so hot this year as have most of us. So whatever, we'll move on. What's your dad bet? You said it has to do with Rahm. Let's hear it.
My dad bet with Rahm is T10 plus 170. Okay. And I do think that this is going to be, like I said, before when we were talking about our done bets, I think Rahm is just absolutely going to come in here, knows that everyone kind of, gave him the live treatment, just like they did to every other golfer, said, you can't compete anymore. You've been spending too much time playing 54 holes, not enough of the 72 holes. I think Rahm's going to come in. If he doesn't dominate this event, he's going to be in it until Sunday afternoon, somewhere in that top 10% of the field. So I really like Rahm here. It fits out so well for him. I cannot see him not making a serious charge to win this event.
I think I will be playing him more in a matchup sense but that's again, I get really weird about some of these guys, and I have the guys that I just don't really bet that much, and Rahm is one of them. He's one of the tantrum boys on the no bet list. I can get there with a matchup, but I don't think I'll be betting him. But again, could he win this? Yeah, absolutely. Rahm could win any tournament. We know what Rahm is capable of. For my dad bet, I'm going to lead it into my dart. And I really think Akshay is getting overlooked. I feel pretty strongly about it.
Damn, you stole mine.
Sorry, my bad. So my dad bet's going to be top 20 plus 375. My dart throw on him, I took it each way. I was a little bit of a biatch as far as that one because you can get it 150 to 1. I took the 90 to 1 on Bet Rivers, each way 7 places. He's a top 7 player across 4 major categories. You get off the tee, approach, around the green, putting. Even his driving ranks 28th in total driving, 27th in driving accuracy. We know that both those areas are imperative to finding success here at this course. And then he can pair it with these quality approach shots. I really like it. And in 2018,
we can't forget the most important part of the vibes, the Junior PGA Championship.
PGA Championship. He won right here at Valhalla in 2018. He has 4 top 20s in his last 6 starts, and he won the fucking Valero. And it's fucking Akshay, and it's a vibe. Like, it's just everything about him is a vibe. I think, and the win here, like, it's 90-1, and we probably expect one of the top guys to do it. That's fine. I think that even like a top 20, a top 10, people are going to start throwing some respect on this kid's name, which they should already. But this is a great spot for him. I think he lines up very well. I love that the public is not on him. I'm definitely playing him in DFS. But I'm all about it. So he's my dad bet and my dart throw. What is your dart throw?
Yeah, my dart throw is Akshay as well. So I really don't have much to add there. Like fifth in GUR percentage, 10th in strokes gained approach on long courses, 5th in par 4 scoring, 17th in par 5 scoring. The absolute vibes with the Junior PGA Championship win. Like,
it's just fun.
It really is just fun. And if there's any major where the long shots realistically have chances, it's this one. We all remember what Phil did a few years ago here. So, people can win these. And the fact that this turns not into, per se a birdie fest, but a somewhat of a high scoring event that it can be up in the teens, I definitely think Akshay has just as good a chance as any. He gets down there, his driving distance is very solid. So I think that this is going to be pretty good. And also we have the good thing that not much has changed with Valhalla over the last decade, since, these guys last saw it. Obviously Akshay has seen it more recently than a lot of these guys. I think that's going to help him.
Yeah. I'm with you. And then obviously to round it out, I'm doing it again. The Lady Boner bet wins. The dumb fuck bet of the week. You cannot fucking give me Jordan Spieth at 90-1. Like, don't expect me not to bet that.
It's already down to 70. It's already down to 70.
Why? Why? It's my fault. I did that. That's why it's down. No, I just think it's ridiculous. Like, a 90-1 is crazy. And I was joking around, once it gets to a 60-1, that's when I'm going to have to jump on it. 75-1, I have to do it. 90-1 is just disrespectful, I think, for a guy that any week I truly believe he could. The difference is, like, Spieth in a situation like Xander on a Sunday, I feel good about
Never
Spieth.
do that.
Like,
he would never do that shit.
Xander. So if Spieth can just fucking play golf like we know he can, like, if you don't love that, like, I love the idea of a top 10 plus 550. So if you're not feeling that, I still feel a lot of confidence towards Jordan Spieth. And I think this is a good place for him to find his confidence. Like, I know I keep saying it. Maybe it's a Lady Boner. Maybe it's not. It's still Jordan Spieth. And I think he has a bigger chance to find it before, like I trust him over like a Cantlay or, a Xander on a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's too deep a number. Guy's not playing good golf at all right now, to be fair, but he could. If anybody can get there that late, he can.
Yeah, I'm with you.
My dumb fuck bet is Cameron Young 50-1 because
no, we're not fucking. Well, he's gonna finish top 10. Like, it would not shock me. He's gonna finish top 10. Outside of that,
my dumb fuck bet is 50-1 because I will not miss it. I refuse.
Okay, you're sick. 3 names. I'm just ignoring.
You just call me thick.
What?
Did you just call me thick?
I did not.
Oh, you said I'm sick.
No, I said you're sick. 3 names I'm throwing out there before we wrap this up. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet. I will absolutely post a full card for this event. Jason Day, Lowry, and Kitayama are 3 names I probably will be betting at some extent. I don't know what yet, but there will be some involvement. Other than that, do you have any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Yes. The disrespect on Victor Hovland finally coming off an event where he didn't look like he was just awful all the way around, 45-1. Kind of don't hate, some placements going his way.
Placements are interesting. Matchups are
plus
interesting.
175, yeah. Plus 175 for the top 20 there. Another one, Minwoo Lee, top 30 potentially. You
I don't
know,
know why
let the
I
guy
can't
chef,
with
let the
him.
guy cook. Let the guy cook, plus 125, top 30.
Yeah.
Really kind of like that. And if I'm going like really, really, really stupidly deep, Taylor Pendrith.
That's not that
180 to
stupid
1.
though. He's playing well. It's not
He's
stupid.
playing incredibly good golf. Plus, what's it called? Plus 130 for a top 40 finish. Really don't hate
That's not
that
bad.
at all.
That makes me think of Mac Hughes, which I'll have a bet for that coming out very soon.
Yeah.
Mac Hughes, another guy playing very good golf. Thank you everyone for your patience, because if you were watching the first 19 minutes of the show, it was not the most enjoyable experience. Hopefully the PGA Championship will be. We're going to get out of here. We'll see you next Tuesday for the Charles Schwab, actually.